Hey guys, hi there. What? This is gonna be hard. Today's video is pretty much a chill one. We are going to be talking about protective styles and how to get the most of a protective style. How to make sure that you are actually protecting your hair when it is in a protective style and you are not damaging your hair, right? But before we get started, I'm just going to try to make myself look presentable. I'm going to oil my hair. Fun fact, I can't remember the last time I oiled my hair. But I don't think I'm supposed to be telling you that information because I'm about to give you some major advices for your hair and I'm not supposed to be a bad example, but just pretend you did not hear what I said. I'll pretend I did not say anything. So, are we good? Oh, very good. That's why I love you guys. Almost see how this baby girl is already sweating. When I say Nigeria does not deserve me, I'm not playing. Like, nowhere actually deserves me, so that's actually the shit. By the way, guys, my edges have actually been flourishing. I'm just excited. But anyway, that's part of what we are going to be talking about in today's video. So before we get let me sit down so I'm not moving up and down. This is the reason why I do voiceovers, because before we get started, guys, please click on the like button, please subscribe, please turn on your post notifications. I'm going to get the video started. So without further ado, let's get this video started. The first thing is, what is a protective style? Okay, tips I'm going to be sharing are going to be for styles where your hair is wrapped in. Now, this would qualify as a protective style for this video. A passion twist would qualify as a protective style. A kinky twist would qualify. Fading braids would qualify. Ghana weaving would qualify. Basically, where your hair is wrapped in and not just left by itself, that is what we are calling a protective style for benefits of this video. Right, so what's next? Refreshing your hair. Refreshing your hair when it's in a protective style. Now, you're going to have to listen to what I am about to say with an open mind. The reason I have not yet dropped any video on how to care for your hair or how to refresh your hair when it is in a protective style is because I'm not really a big fan of refreshing my hair. Like, and when I say refreshing the hair, I'm talking about moisturizing the hair. And usually moisturizing entails spritzing your water, adding your leave-in conditioner, adding a cream, adding a butter, adding oil. I think that's like way too much when I'm on this kind of protective style. The reason I do this kind of styles is because I really want to be lazy about my hair. That's just the truth right there. I just want to let my hair be. I do not want to bother with my hair. So the idea of moisturizing my hair and putting all that weight on my hair I don't really get it, okay? And personally, it does not work for me. I've noticed that it usually weighs my hair down. I've noticed that it gets my hair to smell faster. And overall, I do not really see the need for having a moisturizing routine or a moisturizing regimen when I'm on this kind of protective style. Again, you would have to have washed your hair. You've moisturized your hair before while it's in a protective style. Did your hair like it? Did you see any improvements? Did it help your hair growth? Did it actually keep your hair protected? If it did, then there's no need to scrap moisturizing your hair when it's in a protective style for yourself. So if it works for you, girl, if it works for you, boy, go ahead, okay? Moisturize your hair, have a field day with it. I just be like, baby girl, let your hair breathe. However, wait, baby boy too. I don't want to just keep saying baby girl. Like, baby girl, baby boy, everybody's... I'll just say baby, right? So baby, are we good with it? However, baby, that's not to say that you should not do anything to your hair. That's not to say that you should not apply anything to your hair. One thing I like to put on my scalp for the most part when I'm on a protective style is a growth oil. Growth oils are usually sold. You can do a DIY thing, or you can just get a growth oil from your favorite growth oil maker, right? So you want to put a growth oil on your scalp and you want to put a sweet smelling oil on your hair strand. That's what I do. Now, most times I usually just use coconut oil. If I'm not feeling coconut oil, I use any other regular oil. I say sweet smelling just to make your hair smell nice. But generally, like, you can apply the oils you want just to get the hair that comes out, because you know, like some hair be coming out, them curly pieces be coming out sometimes, so you can apply those just to get those ones. And if you want your hair to smell good, you can just, there's some scents that you can spritz around your hair that does not harm the hair, that smells nice. Now, next thing is how long to take your protective style for. Answering this question has to do with preference, okay? Now you have to actually, now when I say preference, I mean knowing your hair, understanding your hair, okay? Not just, I'm going to take my hair for 5 months because the braids still look good, so I'll leave it on for all of you that do that. I see you, and you need to quit it, okay? Don't be taking your hair for 4 months, don't be taking your hair for 5 months. Generally, when I advise, I say that if you want to take a protective style, take it for at least 3 weeks. Okay, we'll be doing the most on our natural hair because it requires a lot of care. So we usually tend to manipulate when we're styling, manipulate when we're moisturizing, manipulate when we're basically doing anything to the hair. It's not the type that you just run your hands through and everything is, roses, right? It takes a lot. So when your hair is in a protective style, let it be. Don't take your protective style for 1 week. If you don't have to lose it for like a particular reason, let your hair stay for, okay, I said 3 weeks before. Let it stay for at least 2 weeks because some of us really like to change our hair a lot and all of that. But like at least 2 weeks, just let that baby breathe, okay? Now, as to how long you can take it, 6 weeks is not a bad idea as far as I'm concerned. I think 6 weeks. I think 6 weeks work. But the thing is that you also have to know your hair, okay? That's why I mentioned that understanding your hair is the first thing to actually hash out. Now, personally, when I do twist, like when I do regular twist, try and twist on my hair, if I take them for any more than 3 weeks, my hair begins to lock. I know that if I'm taking it for anything more than 3 weeks, because I'm lazy, I know that I'm definitely going to lose my hair because my hair would have locked. So if you have that kind of hair and you've noticed that kind of thing happens when you do extensions, you want to make sure that you do not take it for as long as 6 weeks. If you are washing your hair, you can take it for as long as 3 months. You actually have to loosen this thing to see how your hair is looking. As much as it may be looking nice at the roots and you're not seeing anything at the strands, you do not know what will happen when you unravel it. I've had some people tell me that when they unravel their hair, a big chunk of the hair follows the added hair when they take it for like too long. So you want to make sure that as much as you're trying to just chill when you're in protective style, you want to make sure that you are also not taking it for too long. So I'll say 2 months is fine. But anything going past 2 months, girl, it's time. It's time, okay? Cleanse your hair. It helps with itching, it helps with smell, and it helps with the general health of your hair if you do not want to wash. And if you're going to be taking your hair for a very long time, you know that you have to wash it, baby. Alright guys, so the last thing I'm going to be sharing with you is practices. Practices to avoid, practices to imbibe when you're in a protective style to get the most of your protective style. First of all, the first practice step. Do you know what that is? Yes. Let's play with your hair. There isn't a lot of hair here, clearly. But the gist is that when you are on your protective style, I know it's hard to not play with your hair, but you're going to have to try to actually just free your hair, okay? Another thing I want you to avoid is this, playing with your edges, right? The very light pieces so that you do not cut your hair, so that you actually preserve your edges. If your hands find your edges, just keep them like this. And whenever your fingers want to start doing like this, talk to yourself and be like, no, this is what we're supposed to be doing. And just keep massaging your hair. And that's actually a practice that you should imbibe. So rather than picking at your hair, picking at the hair that comes out of your strands, you want to make sure that when your hand is in your hair, what it's doing is massaging, okay? Your hand will probably pick some form of tangle, and you will not let that tangle be. And you'll be fighting with the innocent tangled piece till you snag it off. And I'm just going to generally work on keeping your hair in a bad state, and you would most likely now have to trim your hair because you have split ends and you caused your split ends. Okay, split ends come, of course, but like this is a practice that would actually encourage split ends, and you do not want to do that. Second of all, itching. It is inevitable that you will itch when you're on a protective style, but you want to be calculative in your itching. If it's itching you, don't just take your fingers and start that word that omo is me and you today. If the itching is already too bad, like I said already, wash your hair. And if you don't want to wash your hair, loosen that hair and just wash your hair and just get started on a clean slate. Do some form of clay treatment. Just get your hair prepped, and when you want to itch your hair, try not to itch this side, okay? Because there is a very high tendency for, if you have long nails, for the little hair here to get caught in your nails and hello, split ends. So you want to avoid that. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Something